This is Soundoff60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play,
and that's key.
If that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me? Hey. Without me. All right.
That might be the dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I
are
like
the
the
way he
most
does that.
idiotic, imbecile, if you thought that argument did not have merit.
Look,
did not.
All right,
McCarran.
So you're talking about my LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
What you put with me, without me.
Soundoff60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
We're back at Jack Daniel's at Lauberge Casino. It is a huge, huge week in sports. Speaking of weeks, it's fight week.
Yes, it is.
It's NFL draft week. We got the Kentucky Derby coming up this weekend. NBA playoffs that I know we all love.
It's a
we
big
all
weekend.
love the NBA playoffs.
Yeah,
There's
it's
some
a big
storylines
weekend.
there. But the big story, it's here, Kevin.
It's no doubt about it.
Sounds like an actual ring.
It does
game,
sound like a
doesn't
ring. It does. It does. It does.
It's fight
It
week.
does, Rick.
We have been trying to talk seriously about this mega fight, historic bout between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather.
It's on every channel.
Jr.
I thought it was only on pay-per-view.
It's on every. I mean, the preview. It's on
Everybody's
every
talking
channel.
about it.
Everybody's talking about it.
We've been
It's
touching
on
on
every
it.
channel.
Pay-per-view.
No, believe me, pay-per-view will get their money. I
just got
promise you.
everybody excited.
No.
I promised last week that it would lead off the show because
It's a big
newspaper boy in the middle hates boxing.
He doesn't hate it.
know
He-
anything about boxing.
he doesn't
Refused to
hate it.
really get engaged in this story. It is a huge.
I have covered a lot.
A lot of boxing.
Then
I know
why
you
do
have.
you hate the
I
science?
don't say I hate that. When did it become a science?
Oh, it's a science.
I think the days that Scooter can recall that he may have had some love for the boxing
He
game.
covered
never
Sugar
had
Ray
any-
Robinson.
Was when Ali, he probably said back in those days,
I'm
because
not
I can
even that
see
old,
you being
Kevin.
the kind of guy that may have liked it.
No, I'm
Ali.
just talking about I covered them. There used to be a lot of local
Local
Oh, yeah,
fighters.
a lot of it,
All right.
a lot of it.
Let me throw this out for general consumption, and I'm gonna aim it at you as well. I really do think that this fight will go. I'm confident it will go down. Even before they step in the ring, it will go down as one of the top 5 historic, transcending bouts in the history of boxing.
Would that be meaning
Top
financially?
5 now. I didn't say number
Would
1.
that be meaning financially?
No.
Or
forget, you're going to jump all over all the money.
No.
But
What?
that's going
Yeah,
up.
it is.
I mean,
It
just cause that doesn't.
well,
The magnitude
I understand
of the,
what
of the
you're saying,
resumes,
yeah.
the magnitude
I do.
of the fighters,
I
and
do.
yes, the global appeal.
I do.
There
I can
is a
see
global appeal. This will
you-
be one of the top 5
But you know
bouts
what,
in
though?
boxing history.
In my recollection of fights that I've watched a ton of them, and Rick, you may even comment on this too. When you talk about big bouts like this, big matches, wouldn't you always see them garner around them being a heavyweight champ? Seriously.
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Frazier, Ali,
Yeah.
I can run through my opinion.
It's always
you
been like a
had
heavyweight.
Sugar Ray and Hearns.
Welterweight,
See,
welterweight.
I heard a discussion about this. I say Sugar Ray and Hagler was more
Either
transcending.
one of them.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
either one.
Yeah.
But they were both.
They were very
Yeah.
big.
fair.
They were
Yeah.
very big.
But
Very big.
for the most part, heavyweight.
Yeah.
I mean, heavyweight.
Yeah.
But for this to,
Yeah.
here's my question, and I'm not arguing with what you said.
Okay.
Top 5 might be a little high.
No, it's that
You're
big.
forgetting when boxing ruled. Is this boxing's last hurrah, or is this something to turn
It's an
the sport
interesting
around?
question, and in my humble opinion,
They've got some up and coming fighters, Rick. You and I both know that.
Kevin, we've been waiting 5 years for this fight, and Mayweather and both of them have long histories. They've been fighting for a long time. So to your point, it could be another 10, maybe even 15 years before we see a bout of this magnitude.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Rick.
I don't think boxing. I don't
Because
think
Rick,
this is the heyday of boxing,
years have
but-
to build up this fight. If it wouldn't have been for years, this fight wouldn't have meant what it means right now.
Oh, I disagree with that. No,
you don't
I
think so?
Oh,
I think
4
the
years ago, this would
both
have been
of
a
these
huge
guys
fight.
have had to get resume. Well,
Pacquiao's lost twice.
but do you
He's
think it would have been
diminished
as
to a certain
big
degree.
with those 5 years in between the two of them?
I
don't know if it would have
been
been, Rick.
Anticipation
That it has.
and the
That it has.
frustration
But
it's added to
but
the drama.
You've got to look at both fighters' resume to get to this point, they've had to go through some fights that have got them to be the people that they both are today.
I'll agree with you that, but Pacquiao has lost twice.
Yes, he has.
Well, actually once. He didn't lose that Timothy Bradley that first fight.
Yeah.
That was a sham. He was robbed. But he did lose. He was knocked out by Manuel Marquez. He was knocked out. Obviously.
The thing that a lot of people say about Floyd is that for the fact that sometimes he will let his mouth do too much for him.
His
that gets
mouth?
him.
Mouth
Get him
times 10.
Yeah. That gets him in trouble. But let me say this for the record. Make no mistake. He's a hell of a smart fighter.
He's very smart.
Make no mistake about it.
He's very smart. All right,
Make no mistake about that.
Let's transition into our thoughts on how this thing plays out.
Oh, like
We've
I
been
have
saving.
any idea.
Well,
you know,
I do, and I want to hear
you and I both know, Rick. This is
going to disagree.
This is going to go the distance.
But
you and I both know this. It's going to go the distance.
Interesting. I didn't expect to hear that.
I don't think anybody will get knocked out. That's just me.
I don't think they have knockout power anymore.
I don't think that they will.
It would surprise me if any of them get knocked out.
So what are y'all saying? These are the two greatest fighters who are in the top 5 ever, and yet it's like the senior tour?
Well, fighting is different, Scooter, from what it was back then. It's different now.
Mayweather's not this knockout. He's got 26 knockouts, but he is an extreme defensive fighter.
Yes, he is.
And he counterpunches.
Yes, he is.
He can catch you and knock you out. But
and if he does,
he's 38 years old.
If he
he's
does,
38. The power to knock out is not really.
It'll happen, but I see this going the distance.
Well, why didn't they fight before
Let him
he
finish.
was?
I see it going the distance, and I see it.
What's your prediction?
I see Floyd walking away with the title. Yeah.
Well, he has the title, but the unified title.
Now,
what's your question? Why they didn't fight 4 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, before he was 38.
Read the history. I tried to get into that, but I said, we don't have time. It involves drama, money, drug testing.
You have to.
In my opinion, Mayweather ducking Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons
boxing is
dying.
Pardon?
That all of those things kept this fight from happening.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons boxing is dying.
To a degree. Wait, what did you say?
But Rick,
one of the reasons boxing is dying.
I don't think boxing. I think there's a resurgent with boxing, and you know why?
No.
Because television is getting involved in it again, and UFC, MMA, it hasn't caught on.
Not as big.
Really
I think it's caught on enough to.
No, I disagree.
To mortally wound boxing, not tomorrow, but in 10 years. Because it's got the kids.
I don't know.
It's got the kids.
I don't know.
The old guys with the scars aren't going to be around forever.
Why hasn't MMA had that mega pay-per-view fight yet?
That's what I'm saying.
Why hasn't?
That's what I'm saying. They have just enough to knock boxing out, but they don't have the legs to replace it.
Good analogy.
Let me say this too, Scooter and Rick. When I first started watching MMA, the one guy that I thought was going to just knock it out the roof, Tito Ortiz. You probably remember him.
Yeah.
He was pretty good. He pretty much put it on the map.
Right.
But this guy is 36 years old now, Rick. He can't get hit in the head like that again anymore.
The biggest
That's
draw.
gone.
We argued about
and
this
he would have been the guy that would have continued to do it.
But we argued about this a few weeks ago.
You can't.
Ronda Rousey. She's the biggest star, and she's a female.
She's a female.
And her fights end in 22 seconds.
She makes more money acting.
Yeah.
She does fighting.
Don't talk to me about MMA. Don't talk to me about MMA. All right.
I'm just saying.
You're saying the distance.
Yeah, it's got to go the distance.
You're saying Mayweather in a decision.
Yeah.
I think a distance. I think it'll be a close and controversial split decision, and
you think
Pacquiao will
It's got to
win.
be controversial
Pacquiao will
so
win.
they can fight again.
And why are you saying that?
You're such a skeptic.
And you were saying that to bring it back, didn't
you know why? No.
I don't know, Rick. I don't know.
Pacquiao has to come out aggressive.
He's got the
points.
He does.
Mayweather is going to have to get out of his comfort zone and not let Pacquiao just charge and throw a bunch of floors. Because Pacquiao could catch him, and Pacquiao with that equal hand speed and his power, Mayweather is going to have to get offensive. He's going to have to be offensive, and he's not comfortable doing that, but he knows he's going to have to do that. But I think in the mid to latter rounds, you're going to see Mayweather with this special talent.
He does it all the time, Rick. He does it all the time.
Of slipping punches and those shoulder rolls.
He does it all the time.
He just rolls this double standard to me.
Do what now?
Before we go. Boxing. In the NFL, if a quarterback's head gets grazed with a solid helmet on.
Here we go.
Oh,
here we go.
All helmet. It can't be good for the brain to sit there and get pounded by a guy with arms this big.
No. Are you just discovering that?
Okay.
Sir?
So if
It's not good.
If the biggest concern in America, it seems some days, is NFL concussions,
Yes.
how can boxing go on? How can
Well,
it be sanctioned?
well.
Number 2.
Uh-oh.
Here he goes.
Stay
He's on the
with
road.
the
He's on the
NFL.
road now.
You just wanna
He's
kill
on the
the
road
sport
now.
of
Yeah,
boxing. I know you do.
Well,
he's
stay
just
with
on the
the
road
NFL.
now.
No, I'm just explaining to me these differences. In the NFL currently, if a player raises his voice at his wife or girlfriend,
Yes.
he's suspended for
Right.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Mayweather's been in jail, what, 4 times?
Well,
for
he's
beating
been
up
charged.
women?
He's
been
been
one
charged.
jail time.
And
He's been
okay.
charged a number
Over
of times.
And
domestic
yet he
dispute.
can get licensed
And you
by
know
anybody
why?
in the
And
country.
You know why?
Why?
Because boxing doesn't have a commissioner. It
Yes.
doesn't have an
to
organized
control that, Scooter.
governing body.
It's
and
different.
Congress
It's
has threatened
different.
to get involved, but
It's
hasn't.
different.
It
hasn't.
is.
Oh, that ought to solve it.
Well, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
saying.
let Congress.
You got
Because
the
I think when you're dealing with the number of people, Rick,
WBC,
it's
And
individuals,
I'm
pretty
not
much.
trying to throw something in the ointment in, but I mean, think about it. Think about those 2
I have
points
thought
I
about
just
those
made.
things. And Mayweather's getting a lot of
Why
controversy.
do we have a double standard on both ends?
It's a different sport. It's
Okay.
a different sport.
I see your point, Scooter.
Guidry
I see
has
your
been
point.
so predictable that he's picking Money Mayweather because he loves money. But we
Do
do
you think
agree-
I'm the only one that's probably
Oh,
watching
no,
this? Saying
but
that
we do
right
agree
now?
it's going to go we think it's going to go to the distance. You think it's unanimous? I think it's going to be a split. You think it's?
I think it's unanimous.
It's
I
Las
think Floyd's
Vegas.
going to. I think
It's
Floyd's going to
boxing.
walk away
It's
with
a mega
it.
fight.
I think
it's
Floyd
going
will
to
walk
be a
away
split
with it.
decision. But
I got my
Pacquiao
money
will
on
win.
money.
It's been fun. We might touch back on the fight as we
Yes.
move along. All right, coming up next, we're talking the NFL drafts. It's draft week in Chicago. A lot
Yes,
going
it is.
on.
Big week.
When we come back, stay right here.
Soundoff 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
They tell you it's out there, somewhere, upon a star, over a rainbow, where the grass is greener and everyone's happily ever after. But it's not on a map or some app. It's not someday or somehow. It's wherever you are, here and now, when you are you.
Hi, we're the Tarvers with Tarver Ford. We just finished a fantastic year in 2014 and we're so excited about everything that's going on around us. But we're not going to take your business for granted, so in 2015 we're starting out with a bang.
Falling gas prices and a booming economy in our area are making your dollars go further than ever. We have a brand new redesigned F-150, and with 0% financing available on all our new car models, a new Ford could be in your future more affordably than you might think.
So come see us today at Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge Casino, Soundoff60. We do sports legendary, we do gaming legendary, shopping, eating, everything under the roof here at Lauberge Casino. What is not under roof that is legendary is Contraband Bayou Golf.
Yes.
Gentlemen, it's looking more and more like like
Is it-
a heavenly pasture.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, I
everything
played
is
there-
green and
I played
everything's in
there
bloom.
about 2 weeks ago, right when they were 3 weeks ago, right when they warmed up. The best I've ever seen.
It's in great
that
shape.
course.
And I don't toss around this word legendary lightly, but it is because it's the Tom Fazio course.
Yes,
and he
it
is a
is.
legendary designer of golf courses, and I've always loved the track. I must admit, I hate some of the holes.
Yeah.
Because it can come there like a big alligator and bite you in the
Well,
ass
look,
and really
let
get
me-
you in trouble. But it's a great course.
Funny
gotta
you
come
say
out.
that, Rick. The other morning, I think it was a week ago, I was coming to work, and they had a 12-footer crossing the road.
I saw the picture.
I waited for him, and I let him go.
You go, I saw that. That
I let
thing's been all over social media.
It was a 12-footer.
Crossing the road.
Crossing the road, and I
You know
let
that
him
road
go.
you come in there
I
between
stopped
the two
traffic.
lanes?
I stopped traffic, and it was
I
blowing and
wasn't- I
honking.
wasn't there, but I saw the picture.
I
Really?
said, I'm not
Interesting.
going. I'm
That's
letting. He
what
took
they-
his time, and
It
he
was
went right across.
full-grown, too.
Oh, it
Full-grown
was.
gator.
It was. No doubt about it.
Anyway, check it out. Get your tee time now because
Yeah.
it's in great shape. And if it ever get a little sunshine,
Beautiful
we'll
time
have
to come
some
out.
great golf. Speaking of golf, waiting in the wings, McNeese head golf coach Austin Burke is here to
Yeah.
talk about the success of this year with the Cowboys and what they hope will be a bid to the NCAA
Yes.
National
Breakthrough
Tournament.
year.
So we'll do that in the next segment. We're talking McNeese golf and Austin Burke.
Wow.
First time ever on the show, by the way.
Good. First time?
ever. Okay.
Glad to have him, man.
NFL draft. We talked about it being fight week, Mayweather,
a lot.
Pacquiao. NFL draft week.
Yeah, it is.
Thursday from Chicago. Now the NFL's
Big
kind
day.
of moving this thing around.
Yeah.
Let's really narrow in on the local angle with the New Orleans Saints. No deal is yet. They still have the 13th pick and the 31st pick that they got from the Seattle Seahawks. Let me throw out a name, and I know that pundits are saying he won't be there. You know more about this than I. I've only seen some games and clips, but this defensive end linebacker / whatever, Dante Fowler from Florida.
No, he won't be there.
He is a
he won't,
beast.
Yeah, he won't be
He's
there.
supposed to be at least a top 10.
Yeah,
pick,
he won't.
though.
He
No
won't be
shot.
there. No
No
shot,
shot at
Rick.
13?
No,
Probably
no
not,
shot.
But that
No
fits,
shot.
in my opinion.
Oh, no,
the
he's-
Saints need a rushing linebacker / edge rusher.
Yeah.
This guy can fit
Yeah.
the bill on
No, he
both
can't.
accords.
No, he can't. He reminds me of the guy that came out last year from the Gamecocks.
Oh,
Who am I talking
Clowney?
about? Clowney. He reminds me. He has his makeup. I mean, look at the kid. He looks a little bit like him.
Except he might really can play.
262 pounds.
No, he looks. I mean,
he's
he.
262.
No, Rick, he.
6'4". I mean,
and he's got
what
an
is
arm
he? Is
span.
he- is he-
I mean,
is
he's
he
got
a-
an arm
Is he a
span.
defensive end or linebacker?
Defensive end. I think it's
I
defensive
get
end. His
leery.
position.
I think teams reach too much for what I perceive need sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's there, yeah, go ahead, but don't
Right.
force it. Don't give away the rest of your draft to move up to get
Because
one
you need
player.
Okay.
I mean, if you get a good player, you can find something for him to do.
Yeah, I think so.
You know.
Yeah, I think so.
He's coachable. I agree to that.
I mean, and I know teams have needs, and they go into that trying to fill those
But-
needs. But don't try to force fit
Well, if you're in the
something.
top
But
10,
don't
the players
fall
are going
in
to be
love.
there.
Don't-
You're in the
don't-
top 10. If you have a need, they're going to be there.
But-
somebody's
Yeah.
going to be there for your need.
Yeah.
You know.
But the point that Scooter makes is a good one, Rick, and we've seen this happen in years past, is that if teams have a need for something but see a tremendous athlete that's out there, they're going to take him.
Okay.
They're
Right.
going to take
Well,
him.
depending
Because
on the
like what Scooter say, they can coach that player into being pretty much what they feel they may need out of him, but didn't go into the draft looking for that. When you talk about a guy like that, Rick.
But if you're flooded at receivers, guy,
Oh, no,
if you're
I'm
flooded
talking-
at receivers,
no.
and you've got a Kevin White sitting out there from West Virginia,
Yeah.
you don't take Kevin White.
No,
if you're-
no.
Well, I got you
No,
there.
no,
That
no,
I
no.
understand. I'm talking about the other way around.
I'm talking about the other way
Where if
around.
you
When you're
have a
talking about-
need, but the guy isn't there.
Oh, all right, okay.
Exactly.
I'm with
Yeah.
you on that. I'm with you. All right.
And if it's something you just can't pass up, you take that player.
What did the Saints take?
Rick, you got to
What
take
position?
defense. Rick, you got to take defense.
Well,
I mean,
that's where
Jesus,
Sean Payton
what
appears
else
to
you
be
got to
leaning.
take?
You
It's
agree with that?
defense.
I mean,
Well,
at the 13, if
yeah.
they don't trade and go up, down, sideways, who knows?
But I think
If-
they're in that middle area where they can take the best available. Along, you
Now,
know.
when you say best available, what do you mean? You mean it
Well,
on defense,
defensive
right?
player.
You mean on defense,
well,
right?
I mean, I could see,
No.
could see an offensive lineman.
No, Scooter, no,
Oh, okay.
no.
All right. Well.
Rick is.
You were saying they might have a shot at Collins from
Rick,
LSU.
Rick, you've got
That's
to
about
be.
where Collins is.
Might be.
Well, yeah, but Breeze,
need some depth. They
Breeze,
need some
Breeze
blood
didn't
on the
get his
offensive
head
line.
knuckled too much this year. You know, but defense,
I beg
Rick,
to differ. I
defense,
thought
Rick,
Breeze got
you've got.
pressured.
He got pressured a little bit more. Rick, it's got to be between on defense linebacker and the secondary. those have got to be the two positions you look at the most, Rick. You've got to, Rick.
Well,
that's where people hurt you the most. That's what you fix.
I know that, Kevin. But boy, you got to pressure the quarterback. And I still believe in Junior Gillette, and I still believe in Cameron Jordan. So I'm kind of with you on that. But boy, they might need 2 linebackers. They might need 2 linebackers out of this draft. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with you on that. It needs to go toward the defensive side.
I agree.
And let's see what's remaining there at 31. I don't know.
31 it's a peculiar because you tend to go into that second round based on what was left in that first round. And a lot of teams going to try to get what they can out that first round.
9 picks. It's a lot of picks for the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
It is a lot of picks.
It's been 5 and 6.
They got rid of a lot of
veterans.
I know they did.
Yeah.
I know they did. Jimmy Graham is not there. Do you get tempted to look for that new guy at tight end?
I don't think
or do you go with what you got?
Well, I mean, you may draft one, don't get me wrong, but don't draft one of the first. I don't think
no.
There's no Jimmy Graham out there
to
there's
draft.
None. And Ben Watson's a good tight end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Scooter,
you've been harping on
when
that.
You say that, but Scooter, do you honestly think he fits into the Saints scheme, though? Honestly, Scooter.
Can he get down the field?
I say he doesn't, Scooter.
He's a lumbering type of. He's a prototypical tight end. He can block and he's big.
But Jimmy Graham could do so much.
He's a hybrid, though. He's a very special player.
Yeah.
He's a very special player.
Argument whether he was actually a wide receiver.
That's right.
That's what the argument was, Scooter.
I mean, I can see him taking a wide receiver, middle of the draft.
Yeah.
Get a big one,
There's a lot of wide receivers.
Get a big one.
There's a lot of wide receivers. In our waning seconds, what makes this draft so interesting is because the polar opposite of the 2 guys up there.
Yeah.
The Jameis Winston and the great talent on the field, the troubled off the field. Mariota with maybe some question marks on the field, and he's such a high character guy.
Just what I'm talking about. Somebody's going to grab him. Bill Winston may be the first pick. They even talk about the Titans may take Mariota with the second pick. Yeah. And neither one of them are surefire Oliver Luck, Peyton Manning type quarterbacks.
They're not.
And to take them,
particularly
if I'm the Titans, I'm not saying it because he's from LSU, but if I'm the Titans and I'm bad at almost every position, to me, Zach Mettenberger showed enough last year.
I agree.
That I think he can handle it. I do.
I mean, even if you do, but even if Mariota is the goods,
I agree.
all you're going to do is get him killed for a year or two.
But
you don't.
I agree.
But you know what, Scooter?
Use those picks to beef up the rest of the team.
This is what kind of gets me and kind of gets me clustered. When Zach was at LSU, we had our times by saying, "Oh God," but look, this kid is possibly going to be a starting NFL quarterback, not for a great team, but he's going to possibly be a starting quarterback for an NFL team.
Right.
And I look at his productivity at LSU, Rick, and I say to myself, what is it? And I'm not going back to LSU, but
threw for
what?
3,500 yards.
No. Why couldn't we use some of what we see now on the field with him playing with the Titans?
Back to LSU.
God,
Kevin, they did.
It went right over the both of you. It went right over the both of you.
They set a record.
It's over. He threw for a lot of yards.
He did. Yeah, he did. But it went right over. It went right over. I go back and I look at the 2 guys that are there right now. The 2 probably the most prolific NFL receivers right now. They went to LSU.
I know.
But
they went to
first
LSU.
offense ever to have 1,000-yard rusher.
Yeah.
2,000.
I agree to that, Scooter. I agree to that.
3,000-yard
I agree to all of that. I agree to all of that.
They were. You're getting confused.
We should have anticipated somehow, some way he was going to drag that conversation back to LSU. We're up against the clock. We're talking Mike Nice Golf with Austin Burke when we come back. Stay right here to Jack Daniels.
Just love.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Begless Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
What is it about Luxair cooling products that deliver the comfort you've been wishing for? Is it their energy-saving performance? Those super cozy moments with loved ones? Or perhaps it's that great feeling you get in helping those wishing for a little comfort of their own. For over a decade, we've been helping deliver hope, strength, and joy to Make-A-Wish children and families at a time when they need it most. Find out how Luxair home comfort products will make you feel really good this season. Luxair, the comfort you've been wishing for.
Hi, we're the Tarvers with Tarver Ford. We just finished a fantastic year in 2014, and we're so excited about everything that's going on around us. But we're not going to take your business for granted, so in 2015, we're starting out with a bang.
Falling gas prices and a booming economy in our area are making your dollars go further than ever. We have a brand new redesigned F-150, and with 0% financing available on all our new car models, a new Ford could be in your future more affordably than you might think.
So come see us today at Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge Casino. We talked earlier about the golf with Contraband Bayou. Let's dig into golf when it comes to the McNeese State Cowboys. Head coach Austin Burke has joined us here. First time ever on Soundoff60. We appreciate you coming in. Definitely. And what a great historic year for the Cowboys. All the credit goes to you and your lovely bride Amber. All the credit goes to you, right? It's taken you a couple of years. Great job, Coach. No, I'm just kidding. But great year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What was the centerpiece of this year?
I think, you know, you've got to get all the credit to the kids. It's all recruiting. Really everything here is in place to improve with the weather, the courses. You know, a lot of universities have one golf course, you know, and we've got, you know, 5 or 6 here in town that we can rotate on.
All different that you can hone skills.
Yeah. That not only too, I mean, you know, some of the courses their greens may not be as well, you know, this month versus that, or one may, you know, punch their greens. So we're always able to adjust and play on a quality golf course week in, week out, whether it's National, Lauberge, Country Club, you know, all that. So it's, you know, this is, we're wearing shorts in January. I mean, you know, there's a reason Boston College is good at hockey. You know, so
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've got a couple things I want to ask you, but first, then I'll pass it on to you. College golf coaching's got to be a little different. I mean, if you're a volleyball coach, softball coach, that's what you would aspire to do.
Sure.
Golf is a little different. There are other jobs in the golf industry.
Sure.
You know, if you do what you do, there are other jobs in the golf industry. What attracts you to being a college coach as opposed to working with one of these courses, say, that you talked about?
Yeah. There's nothing monotonous about this job. I like the aspect of my office is on a college campus. You know, we get to go to beautiful places. I get to make our schedule. I get to hang around young kids. But my job is strictly managerial, if you will. I mean, I think my strongest attribute is recruiting. Weakest is, you know, I'm not a Class A teaching pro. You know, we have a track man, but all these guys, if I'm recruiting the right way, all these kids have swing coaches, you know, and they got to the level to play for us because of that. So, you know, I'm not going to intervene on that. They just got to keep that relationship going.
Right.
You know, that's where the Skype and the, you know, international FaceTime and all that stuff comes in. They can continue working. My job is just to, you know, manage their life, their academics. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is for me is the recruiting part. It's from a coaching standpoint. I consider myself more of a manager than a coach, but you know.
Follow up, Pops, because I'm about to jump in, and I think
I'm next.
Oh, okay. In that recruiting,
you jumped in front of you,
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
In golf, there's some other sports, but golf seems to be more of an international recruiting deal. I know that you have turned this program around with a lot of foreign students that have come in here. How does that work? And I mean, I've got to be honest with you. How when you're talking with a kid in, I don't know, Germany, let's say, how much does he know about the U.S. college golf scene, and how do you make inroads This has been a breakout season to a degree for McNeese, and there's more to do, obviously. But does he know the difference? Does the average guy know the difference in going to a McNeese and say an Oklahoma State or Texas or the traditional golf powers? How does that work?
The short answer is no. International kids know Division I golf. They look at your schedule. Who do you play against? Where do you play? They look at where you are in the United States as far as weather. I think it's almost like a horseshoe here in the South, East, or West, and that's where you want to be. They look at, are you Division I? How much scholarship are you offering, and how easy are your academics to a point? You know, they don't know BCS. They don't know that kind of thing. So, you know, obviously, I lost a kid. He's actually the #1 ranked JUCO kid in the country now. He should be a sophomore here, but he, you know, didn't get in. Well, now he's at a JUCO here in the country, and now I'm having to kind of fight him off of some big schools because he's been here for a year, and he's kind of, you know, he's seen the Oklahomas, he's seen the Arizonas, and he's kind of, you know, so, you know, and that's fine. But yeah, it's they, you know, you tell these kids, when I'm on the phone with them and I say football, they think, you know, Pele or whatever his name is. You know, they think, you know, shin guards.
Is let's say the 17, 18-year-old kids you're going after, is it that much better internationally than it is in the United States? To the degree that that's why you have so many. It's not just McNeese. You see this a lot of places.
I think at the smaller schools like us, and you know, Texas State, Kennesaw State, whatever, you have to. I think, you know, if I'm going after the top kid in Louisiana, not only am I going to have to probably offer him a full and still not get him, but LSU's going to offer him books, and the kid's probably going to go. So, just it's not. I think they appreciate the opportunity. They're across the pond. They value the education. They don't want to go home and feel like they failed. Whereas kids here, you know, they're 2 hours from home. You know, college golf kids, kind of country club kids already. So I think the international kids, truthfully, in my experience, have work harder.
Jump in, Kevin.
Should I? Because I mean, he's been on the road for like 3 questions now, if I'm not mistaken.
Kevin. We got
Rick. Coach, one of the things that we talk about a lot on this show, and we know that when you look at golf on a college campus, it's not going to be your big money maker. It's not it's not your football, it's not your baseball, it's not your basketball.
Here comes
but
Tiger
how
Woods,
do you manage as a coach to be able to stay above water financially, being able to do what you do?
Sure. I mean, we are an Olympic sport, no doubt. I mean, when, you know, we do get to rub elbows with you know, some folks in the golf world, but we fundraise, you know. You know, Bill Dore's been great this year. Dick Greger. There's been a lot of people in town that have contributed, but it's going to continue to be that way.
That's good.
But in order for us to compete, we have to fundraise week in, week out. But it's, you know, it's
it's got to be tough.
It is.
I mean,
that's the most challenging
thing. Made, you know, throughout the state. You know, I applaud your effort.
We have to raise about $100,000 a year to compete.
Wow. So one of the big tournaments, I believe, is the Ray Dingler Memorial Tournament that raises funds for McNeese Golf, and that's May 5th, next Tuesday at the Lake Charles Country Club. That's you're a benefactor of some of the work that Solar Supply and Ray Dingler, the late Ray Dingler, did.
Yeah, Mr. Dingler's been great the last couple decades, and that money actually is split between men's and women's golf. So it's, you know, if people want to support women's golf, it's great. You know, he raises anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 every year at least. Equipment Moon works hard on it, Mr. Dingler, and you know, it's obviously nice because we, you know, Mike and I do so much on our own. This is actually raises, you know, 10% of our budget, or we just kind of show up, which is nice.
It is.
You know, it's quality.
It is.
Austin Burke, McNeese State head golf coach, has joined us in our waning seconds. I mentioned about the historic year and the year that you had. You won a tournament. Ironically, it was the Cowboy Classic up at Wyoming. How ironic is that? You go all the way there and win their tournament. You just finished second in the Southland Conference. You lost by a couple of strokes to Sam Houston State. Southeastern, very good in college golf. Did the final rankings come out? Did you get to 64, 65 in the country?
We're sitting at 62 right now.
62.
The bubble number is 68 or 9. We're in.
Into what now? That would be the NCAA
regionals. There's 6 regional sites.
If I understand right, it's not. There's no selection committee. It's straight numbers.
There is a selection committee that just goes by the numbers. Basically, the Golf Channel May 4th during the morning drive at 9 a.m. will select who is going where. There's 6 regions. You'll have 12 or 13 teams at each. The top 5 teams in each region advance to nationals in Tampa, and that's toward late May. But so we just got to go and take care of business. But Sam Houston's losing 3 seniors. We're losing 1. We've got 2 coming in from Scotland's national team. We're not going away. We're fixing to. I believe we're going to dominate the Southland Conference for the next 3 or 4 years, and it's our best finish since '89, I believe. But there's no excuse not to be good here. Everything's in place, but we're gonna. It's this sort of historic first regional deal, but we're gonna go to regionals the next. I mean, this is the standard.
Yeah, and you're going to find out May 4th when it's announced.
Where we're going. We're in. It's just a matter of, do we go to San Diego? Do we go to Lubbock? Do we go to North Carolina? Okay. There's 6 sites, but it's exciting. I'm excited for the kids.
Definitely. Austin Burke, head coach of the McNeese State Cowboys golf team. We appreciate you coming in.
Oh, thank you all.
Great work. Yes, great years. Very tough. Winning a golf tournament on any level, and your guys did a great job. We're taking a pause. We're coming back to Jack Daniels here at Soundoff60. Don't go far.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Gold. It's the color of quality, the color of taste, the color of a true Pilsner. Let your eyes drink it in. When you want a real light beer, it's Miller time.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Dig in. Because after a few icy seconds, you'll discover the light beer brewed for 21 days. And that's time well spent. When you want a real light beer, it's Miller time.
All right, welcome back to the show. We want to welcome Eric Zartler from the Southwest Louisiana Tourism Board on Soundoff60 to talk about a big event that comes to our area every year, Fast Pitch 56, the high school girls softball championship tournament. Eric, we appreciate you coming in. Fill us in. Give us all the nuts and bolts before we dive into this another round of the tournament. Dates, who's coming up, and all that stuff.
You got it. Thursday night, 56 teams from all over the state will move into Southwest Louisiana, and Friday morning they'll get to Sulphur Parks and Recreation to McMurray Parks baseball. I'm 2 weeks ahead of myself there. Frash Park, North Frash. They'll move in there Friday morning and start competing, and by the time the dust settles Saturday night, we'll have 7 state champions crowned.
That quick. This must be like 15 years.
This is the 15th year that we're hosting the event. Good job.
Oh, yeah, it was kind of a guess, but I knew I was in the ballpark. I knew it was right around the turn of the millennium, and it really and truly is one of the best run events that you ever want to be around.
Definitely.
Has it become like riding a bike yet? Is it easy?
You know, Norman Farr and the people over there at Sulphur Parks and Recreation do a phenomenal job with that event. It's kind of become second nature, like you said, like riding a bike for them. And, you know, we never want to get too complacent, though. We always want to make sure we put our best foot forward, make sure those kids coming in here have a great experience. And, you know, that it's great seeing those kids when they start coming in Thursday and they have the T-shirts on. You know, we want to make it the Sulphur. It's the same type of atmosphere you kind of see in football. You know, when the season starts, that's their goal. They want to get the Sulphur. You know, so it's awesome that Norman and those people over there at SPAR, as well as the entire Southwest Louisiana community, have really embraced this event.
Synonymous with softball in the state, kind of the way in college baseball. You don't talk about going to College World Series, you talk about going to Omaha. That's the same way with softball in this state.
That's right. And they're trying to create the same thing with baseball. We have the State High School Baseball Championships 2 weeks after softball, May 14th, 15th, and 16th at McMurray
That's where
Park.
McMurray comes in.
Right. That's where I.
That's the boys.
Honest mistake.
So 28 teams come in for that. They do their semifinals and finals for that. So we're excited. Brackets will be released, and 5A brackets were already released, and then the 4A brackets will be 4A and on down to C will be released later this week.
Eric, you and I talk about a lot of different events that come to Southwest Louisiana. Tell me, Scooter and Rick, how has a number of events that we've had here locally, even talking about the boys and girls top 28. Right. That's something that's new that we've had at Burton Coliseum. How has all of these events made an impact financially on Lake Charles, and how big has that been, Eric?
I mean, it's well into the millions. You know, we just finished top 28, 2 weeks of boys and girls top 28 basketball championships at Burton Coliseum. You know, and that was a great joint effort between Burton Coliseum, the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, and ourselves at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. You know, and that's the key really to making things work here. The stakeholders get it, you know, the cities get it. We have, you know, some great local leadership at the police jury level down to the city level and Lake Charles, Sulphur, and even the surrounding communities that really embrace these events. So, you know, and when you look at it, you know, an event like Top 28 that we just had, you know, with over $4 million economic impact for our area, you know, that's big, Eric. That's big for us. And, you know, I'm super happy. It makes my job a lot easier when you get the locals to buy into it and realize how big that event is. You know, Top 28 was our second year we hosted it. We learned a lot last year. The police jury stepped it up even more than they did the year before. Burton stepped it up even more than they did the year before, and it was a phenomenal event. Rave reviews from all the teams that were here. Attendance was up significantly. And that's, again, going back to Sulphur. They do those same things.
They do.
You know, the whole Sulphur community, and then I can't say enough about the volunteers. Without volunteers, none of this works.
Can't do it. You're so right about that.
And our community has been fantastic. We ask for volunteers, they show up. They've always been there for us, and we can't thank them enough.
That's a lot of teams, a lot of coaches, a lot of fans, and they got to be pointed in the right direction.
Absolutely.
So you need volunteers. Eric Zartler from the Southwest Louisiana Visitors Convention Tourism Board. You got a big title. That's a big operation.
Long name.
We're talking primarily about the high school girls soft pitch championship tournament coming up this week out at Fast Pitch 56. Say that about 10 times in a row. You'll get tongue-tied. You're kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're kind of the sports guru in regards to that office of visitors and convention. Are you chasing, and I know, we know about the bids and the bidding process, and Hobbs has been here 15 years and it's kind of ingrained, but you don't want to get complacent. I can go on and on and on. What other kind of things that are out there that you seem to be the head guy in regards to chasing sports properties, if you will, that you're chasing? Is there anything more that this area can do?
Sure. I mean, we've always got our eyes open.
I know you're not going to get Mayweather Pacquiao too.
But wait a minute now.
We can try.
Come on, Rick.
I was listening to y'all earlier. I'm thinking maybe Sorrow and Guidry. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't mind.
Well, we would pay some money. Folks would pay money for that. I'm telling you.
I can duck and weave, man. A lot of ducking. Go ahead.
But yeah, we're always got our eyes open.
Tail of the tape. You'll see some tail.
See some tail hauling.
We're getting on a sidetrack here. I don't know where we're at.
Sorry
Go ahead, Eric.
Go ahead, Eric.
You know, several years ago during Contraband Days, we were successful in bringing in pro beach volleyball and pro watercross. Phenomenal event. Weather was unseasonably cool for May. So I think that might have kept some people away, but it was you know, those are the type of things we're looking at. Anything that we can bring in that's going to attract visitors to the area, to generate those room nights and create an economic impact for our area. Yeah. That's what we're always looking for.
That sounds like a contraband day.
Let's keep it to the golf course.
We could raise some money for that. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine the amount of money we could raise for that?
The girls are going to be invading Southwest Louisiana.
Yes, they are.
They will be moving in Thursday night. Like I said, some will come in Friday morning. The majority come in Thursday night. They really make a whole weekend out of this, and it's an event for them. You know, win or lose, a lot of the teams and fans stick around and watch, you know, the other games that are going on. So it's fantastic. And no other place can you sit around and watch 8 games at a time than you can at Fresh Park. If one game gets a little boring, move on to the next one.
And we might get low. We have our show production is Monday. We've had storms after storms after storms. We might get lucky. I know the sun is supposedly coming, and it's supposed to hold maybe through the weekend.
Fingers are crossed.
Fingers are crossed.
Fingers are crossed.
Eric Zartler, we appreciate you coming in.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate y'all for having me.
And action gets started Friday morning?
We start Friday at noon.
Friday at noon, and it's going to go all the way to.
Yeah, we go noon to 4 and 6 on Friday, and then the semifinals are Saturday, 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, and then we start crowning champions at 5 and 7.
Wow, there you go. All right,
great job,
Eric. Coming in, Eric. All right, we're taking a short pause. Stay right here. We're coming back to Jack when we come back. Stay right here.
Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Soundoff60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Hi, we're the Tarvers with Tarver Ford. We just finished a fantastic year in 2014, and we're so excited about everything that's going on around us. But we're not going to take your business for granted, so in 2015, we're starting out with a bang.
Falling gas prices and a booming economy in our area are making your dollars go further than ever. We have a brand new redesigned F-150, and with 0% financing available on all our new car models, a new Ford could be in your future more affordably than you might think.
So come see us today at Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
This beer, light beer, is one of the hardest beers in the world to brew. Mainly because there are no heavy flavors to hide any imperfections. And it just so happens that Miller Lite has won more gold medals than any other light beer. Now there's some barroom trivia for you. It's Miller time.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniel's here at Lauberge Casino. Remember, Monday nights it's Soundoff60 here at Jack Daniel's, but it's also burgers, beer, and Jack. A shout out to Jack. It's a great burger promotion. Gourmet hamburgers to delight all. If you're a connoisseur of hamburgers, it's right here at Jack Daniel's.
I totally agree.
They're gourmet and they're big and they're great. And could that be one? No, but it's close to it. All right, guys. We've covered a lot of ground. We're going to save our closing comments in the last segment for Mayweather-Pacquiao because it is such a big fight. But let's get back on. I don't know if we sell. Here's what I think of the NFL draft, okay? I think there is going to be a lot of movement. I think we're going to see a lot of deals because, well, you know, it's that Mariota and Winston, you know, and then this is a deep draft in some instances, especially on the defensive side, linebackers, defensive end. You know, Randy Gregory, Nebraska, this Shane Ray out of Missouri. Now what? He got some broken foot. He may not be able to play for 5 months. Who's going to draft him? I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of deals. Get ready.
It won't be a surprise because it seems like most years there's a lot of deals.
It seems. Now, I'm not saying the Bucks are giving up number one.
To me, I know that there is something in the NFL draft to where you try and level the playing field for the teams that finish lower, as in losing more games, get higher draft picks. But does it seem to me, guys, or does it seem to you guys, does it seem like the good just keep getting better?
Good management. Good management.
But seriously,
you know,
when you look at it, it's the same teams. It's the same teams every year.
When will Jacksonville ever?
There it is, right there,
on
Rick.
the radar?
There it
They're
is.
just terrible.
There it is.
And they get the number 1 or number 2, number 3 pick.
Almost every year.
I know. That's valid. That's valid there. Quickly, LSU, how many do we expect to go in this draft?
Oh, the whole draft? Oh, God.
What have they got coming out?
I know 2 possible first round.
Right.
Yeah.
With Leo Collins. And Jalen. Who else?
6, 7 possibly drafted?
Somewhere in that number.
Okay.
I would say around that 6 or 7, yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else there.
Kenny Hilliard.
Kenny Hilliard,
in the top.
late, maybe free agent, but I think he would have a legitimate shot.
Really? I think he'd go before that, Scoot. I think he's a 6th rounder. Hilliard, I think he's
Maybe
probably
because of that running back position.
Yeah,
I think
he's a 6th rounder.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
And I really thought maybe Terrence McGee, the other running back, that'll be available. I thought, but apparently they're not. They like Hilliard, who's pretty much a straight power back.
I like Hilliard.
Yeah. And
I like
McGee to me has, he could be a 3rd down back.
To me, I thought Hilliard was better than the guy that's with the Cincinnati the year before.
Jeremy Hill?
Seriously, guys, but Scooter, remember the game? But wait, you gotta hear it. You gotta hear it through. Remember the year when Jeremy Hill
He's
came
gonna
out?
bring out one play.
And they no, and they put Hilliard in, and folks kept saying, "Well, why isn't this kid starting in front of him?" I can't think of what game it was. It was a big game.
I know, but
and he blew the doors off.
I'm not saying it.
Well, okay, well, let's not say that he's not got potential.
I mean,
you want to just
Jeremy
throw the
Hill
kids.
was off the charts, though.
Yeah, I agree.
He played more, Scooter.
Hobbs and I barely agree.
He played more. He played more.
He did. You got to.
There was a reason.
That's right. You got to get the snaps.
That's why they call it 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string.
He's saying it. All right.
I'm not sure.
Let's stay on it.
What strings did I play, Scooter, the 4 years I was at LSU?
Oh, Lord.
Tell me what string was I on, Scooter?
Speaking of LSU, I'm feeding right into their hands here. Number 1 versus number 2.
Yes.
Really good.
Tigers, Aggies.
How
good was
baseball.
That was some good baseball.
From your reporting, I got that sense.
That was 2.
Scooter loves his baseball.
I don't know if they're the 2 best teams in the country, but they're
right
they
close
there.
too, I'll tell you that.
And I mean, 3 tight games.
Yeah.
Very good baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, this will happen to Alex Box once or twice during the regular season, most years. But it really was. I mean, if the players, the newcomers, particularly, most of their pitchers are freshmen.
Yeah.
They got a little taste of what postseason will be like.
Oh, yeah.
That was that postseason
Yeah.
atmosphere. Now, I don't know if y'all probably didn't know this. Alex Box came tumbling down today.
Did it really?
That storm knocked down both foul poles.
No.
This morning.
Wow.
Bad storm and hit the LSU campus. There's trees everywhere.
Wow.
But both foul poles knocked down, and that was the only serious damage. And the batter's eye got kind of blown. Not the structure, but the covering of it. And some railings in the right field bleachers.
I have to ask you, Scooter. I had tickets to Saturday game, but I didn't go. When the scores were 2-2, and when he hit a baseline down first base and he said that it was in play, was that a foul ball? You was there. The scores went to 2-3. The scores went to 2-3 then because a runner on 3rd came in.
Who was batting, LSU or A&M?
LSU was pitching. No, LSU. A&M was batting.
There was one. One they went and reviewed that they ruled A&M's favor.
Exactly.
The replays that I saw in the press box, the camera angle did not show you where the ball hit. So
that's what everybody said, Scooter. Well, that's what everybody said.
I thought it was fair watching it live.
All right. Let me wrap this up. You had a good quote from Maneri, and he was talking to, is his name Childress, the coach for the Aggies? Something to the effect of, we're going to be doing this a lot more over about 10 years. And this will also continue to foster, in my opinion.
I agree. I almost wrote
that rivalry with A&M.
You think so?
Football,
it's
baseball.
Not there yet.
Yeah.
but it's inevitable.
Seriously.
LSU A&M.
LSU A&M.
Really?
Yeah, it really is.
I'm going to hold you
great
to that,
coverage.
Scooter.
It sounded like great games in Baton Rouge. Aggies number 2, LSU number 1. Stump the Wise Guys is coming up next. Hey, let's give credit to the McNeese Cowboy baseball team. They took 2 out of 3 against a very tough Nicholls State team. That was another big series that was dodging rain all weekend as well. So they're still in contention in the upper tier of the Southland Conference. Stump the Wise Guys is up next.
Nobody can stump us.
In a controversial
Nobody can stump us at all.
We're coming back in 2.
Soundoff60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Hi, we're the Tarvers with Tarver Ford. We just finished a fantastic year in 2014, and we're so excited about everything that's going on around us. But we're not going to take your business for granted, so in 2015, we're starting out with a bang.
Falling gas prices and a booming economy in our area are making your dollars go further than ever. We have a brand new redesigned F-150, and with 0% financing available on all our new car models, a new Ford could be in your future more affordably than you might think.
So come see us today at Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
What is it about Luxair cooling products that deliver the comfort you've been wishing for? Is it their energy-saving performance? Those super cozy moments with loved ones? Or perhaps it's that great feeling you get in helping those wishing for a little comfort of their own? For over a decade, we've been helping deliver hope, strength, and joy to Make-A-Wish children and families at a time when they need it most. Find out how Luxair home comfort products will make you feel really good this season. Luxair, the comfort you've been wishing for.
Welcome back to Jack. It's time to stump the wise guys.
Never.
Lovely Taylor and Hannah are here. They're going to try to do it. Let's kick it off.
Not today.
Ladies, we're ready. Who we got? Taylor up first?
Here we go.
The first question. Who were the top 3 picks in the 2014 NFL Draft?
2014, that's last year.
All right, so we're testing our one-year knowledge.
Okay, that's easy.
Clowney. Jadavian Clowney.
From
Clowney.
Gamecocks. And
That's
you had the
all I
running
know.
back. And
That's
the running
all I
back. No,
remember.
that was a running back from
No running back ever goes.
What's
that
No,
high.
you're crazy.
Wait a minute. It wasn't a running back, or was
We
it a
don't-
receiver? It was a receiver.
No.
Oh yes, it was.
No.
Rick. Come
what
on
was
now.
the question? Top 3?
The top 3.
Jacksonville was up there, so it had to be Blake Bortles. But I think you're
he
thinking of.
went to.
No, I
He
think
traded down.
yeah, I think Blake Bortles went 3 or 4. I'm guessing. But number 2, I'm drawing a blank at number 2.
I think it was
I am
a
too. That's a
lineman.
tough question
I think it
right
was a
there.
lineman.
Sliver some money, we get a hint.
Oh wait,
What's the team?
wait. No. Scooter was right. It's the big lineman from Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, the big offensive lineman from Oregon. He went like number 2.
Okay, that's your guess. All right, let's go.
I don't know.
No, that's our guess. Are we
Okay.
stumped?
What's the?
It's
Yeah,
Jadavian
we stumped
Clowney
on
and
this.
Bortles.
Yeah.
2 out of the 3.
Okay.
Okay. Who was the third guy?
No, you got 1 and 2.
Okay.
The second one is from St. Louis Rams.
Okay.
She's
What was
giving
his
us
position?
guesses. I have no clue. I
I don't
don't.
have the position.
Who was it?
I
We're
bet it was.
stumped.
It was
Greg
the.
Robbins.
Greg Robinson.
That's an offensive lineman.
From where?
St. Louis Rams?
No. Where is he from?
No. What college did he go
I
to?
don't
Oh, Auburn.
Auburn. That's the guy.
He's a
Auburn.
And what did he
Louisiana
play?
native.
And
He
what
was-
did he play?
He was a
Offensive
tackle.
lineman.
He was a tackle.
He's a tackle.
All right.
In fact,
You
he's
were
a
close.
Louisiana.
That was close. Let me give me get portion of that. I get portion of
got
that.
away with
Dog
it.
portion,
Last
okay?
year. All right,
Yeah.
who's up next?
All right.
Taylor?
Me.
Hannah? All right, Hannah.
Hannah, come on now.
All right, guys.
Good one.
What is the name of the top 3 draft picks from the New Orleans Saints last year?
Oh God.
Top 3 last year.
Oh, Brandon Cook.
Brandon Cooks, the wide receiver.
See, is this telling you the draft
Who's
really
the defensive?
isn't that
Okay, but look,
gosh.
they picked up the defensive end guy. Rick, what's his name? Your guy. They picked him up. He was last year. What's his name?
No, I think it's the. I thought he's from Louisiana because of the name, Jean Baptiste. He's from Nebraska.
Jean Baptiste, that was my old roommate, man.
But he wasn't like he was like a third or fourth round. Remember, they skipped. Beyond
yeah,
that,
they
I'm
were
drawing.
still, they still paying for
And wasn't there a defensive back that they took in like the?
He was a defensive back.
Yeah.
Jean Baptiste.
Yeah. Okay, that was him. Man.
Okay, this is
so we're missing one
person. This is ridiculous. We got to move. So we're stumped again.
Nice.
So it was.
This
Who
is not
would be the third guy?
hour.
Cooks and Baptiste are our
Cooks,
guests.
Baptiste, and who else was the other guy?
What's the third one?
Who?
Carrie
Fort.
I have no clue.
I have no idea who that is either.
Apparently it didn't
I have
work
no
out.
idea.
It worked out.
I have no idea who that is. Believe
me.
me.
Y'all are bloody tonight.
Man.
Here we go. Back to tape.
God, and it's local too. The Saints. Wow.
Okay, what 2014 Saints draft pick that are still on the active players roster?
Oh,
2014.
gosh.
That's like last year. Okay.
Cooks. Baptiste.
That's like last year. Cooks.
Baptiste.
Okay.
I'm
the
just,
kid from Alabama.
I'm just drawing a blank.
Sunseri.
Vinny
Okay.
Sunseri.
Yeah, all right. So he's still on the roster. I know that. I
Vinny
should know this.
Sunseri.
It's the Saints. I say Baptiste, Cooks, Sunseri. There's only like four.
That's
maybe.
it, huh? I mean,
There's
that's it.
one more.
Give me a
That's
hint.
one
You got to
more.
give us a hint. Give her some money, Kevin.
I have no idea.
The initials is TR.
TR.
He's an offensive lineman. It's
Troy Roberts.
Rooks,
Troy Roberts.
something Rooks.
Yeah,
Rooks. I don't know his first name.
Tavon Rooks.
Tavon
I don't
Rooks.
think he
Okay.
played much.
Tavon
Is that
Rooks.
it? All right, we got him.
Wonderful.
That's a get.
Jeez.
That's a get. Those are two.
Hannah, make it easy. Come on.
You must give punts that wrong.
We need it. Final one.
Here we
Ready,
go.
guys? It's the bonus question.
All right.
Oh
Name
my
the
God.
5 former champions that fought and lost to both Floyd Mayweather and Manny.
Oh, Rick
Oh,
Pacquiao.
I got this.
You would have to
did
do
it, Kevin.
that. I don't.
Come on,
I can't.
Mr. Boxing historian. I got this.
Y'all know I'm no
One of them
help
was
here.
Bernard.
Ali.
Oh, Bernard.
All right, here we go.
Help me out
There are
there.
5 common
No,
fighters.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
5
I'm not
common
looking.
fighters.
5.
In no particular order.
Okay.
Right.
Marquez.
Right.
Marquez lost to both. He did beat Pacquiao with a knockout. Miguel
Controversy.
Cotto. Oscar De La Hoya, which was
Oscar,
unbelievable.
pretty boy, the
fight.
pretty
Yeah,
boy.
Oscar De La Hoya. Ricky Hatton, who was a champ from Britain at one time.
Yes.
One more.
And number 5 is, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
That's pretty good, though.
Cotto, Hatton, Marquez.
Sugar wasn't on any of them? Sugar wasn't on any of them?
Shane Mosley.
Sugar Shane.
Shane Mosley,
Sugar
yeah.
Shane?
Who almost
Boom! All
knocked out.
right, I got
who
one.
Almost knocked
got
out
one,
Mayweather,
man.
yeah.
Got one. Sugar Shane.
Oh
Y'all
my
did a great
Lord,
job.
this was bloody. Ladies, we're out of time. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Ooh, that was a bloody
Ooh, was it ever?
My
that wasn't
gosh,
man.
our finest.
No,
We
I'm
had to
talking
open
about
up
the
the wallet
Saints,
on
though.
that one. All right.
Like a year ago.
I know. 1
Wow.
year. We're getting old. All right, you're gonna
Wow.
change. You're gonna change the
Never.
Pacquiao.
Never.
Pacquiao in
Never.
a controversial split
Never.
decision. It's going to be a great fight Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Floyd's going to put a show on, guys. You don't want to
It
miss
might
it.
be a great show.
don't
I hope
wanna
it's a
miss
great show because I'm spending money
Floyd's
on this.
going to,
puppy.
everybody is.
We'll see you next time, everybody.
Soundoff60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Soundoff60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Soundoff60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.